Hi, welcome back to the channel. If any of you watched last week's pocket dump video, you'll remember that I had a Viperade bead. That is an EDC bead with 6 pre-drilled holes that will accept tritium vials. And well, today I have the VAB5 PEI type of heat-resistant plastic EDC bead. Perfect for knife lanyards, zip pulls, toggles on bags, slings, backpacks. Today I'm going to be sticking it on a knife. I've actually got 2. I'll be doing 2 knives. I won't film on both, but I'll show you the end results. And I'll show you how to install and where to buy tritium vials from. So if you're into it and into modifying and customizing your own EDC gear, but you're not into using things like UV glue, things like that, this is a great option. And at what I consider an affordable price for, and they're on sale at the moment as well, and I'll leave links, but for the ability to customize your own kit, great option. Right, let's get into it. Okay, so the Viperade bead, when it arrives, it comes in a nice, fairly strong plastic case, which is great, or will be great for utilising on other EDC little kits. It comes with a length of paracord. I don't know the exact length. I'll work it out and let you know at the end of the video, but I think there's more than enough there to do a nice EDC bead or for a knife. And we have the bead itself. Now this is PEI in black. They also do the Ultem colour, which is an amber coloured material. Exactly the same construction. This one currently is £19, but there is a 10% voucher on Amazon to get this down to about 17, and the PEI one has a 20% discount as well, which for an EDC bead that will take tritium vials or tritium vials is pretty good. Now if you look at this bead, you've got 3 pre-drilled holes on the outside, and that is replicated in 6 different positions, and then there is a screw lid. This is the beautiful bit. We don't need to use any messy glue. It's not hard to use the glue, to be honest, but this is a much cleaner option. When we look inside, you can see we've got 6 nicely laid out recesses for the tritium vials. Now the tritium that will fit in here is the 1.5 by 6 mil. 1.5 by 6 mil. You can buy this from Twisted Assisted. Each vial comes in at roughly £5.49, I believe it is. And it might seem expensive for what it is, but tritium, I've got some here, look. I've got blue and green in there, and it reacts to UV. However, this isn't a light source that requires charging by UV, for example, like many watches. This is basically a radioactive isotope that is decaying, and it has a half-life. I think it's 12 years, 12 and a half years. So as it stands at the minute, this could last you 20 years. But like I say, it doesn't need charging. It will just sit wherever it is, glowing away nicely. And the way they obtain the colour is by the colour of the glass that the isotope sits in. The blue and the green are the brighter colours, and that's why I've gone for them, because I do like the green anyway. Mixed with the blue, it'll look great. So that's that. The 2 knives today that I'm going to be modifying, one is the Twisted Assisted Fortis Black Micarta. Black bead on there with the black paracord is going to look great. And the Who Knives Dragon Blackout. Black paracord again, black bead. It's going to look fantastic. I won't show you me doing the lanyards per se. I'll show you afterwards, but I'm predominantly showing you how to put the tritium vials inside of the beads. I'll show you the finished result. If indeed you want to see some paracording, I'm happy to do it. I'm not a pro. I know a couple of knots, and I know a way of making a knife look my own, which is what I like. So the tools we're going to need for today, obviously the bead, the tritium vials, and you need 6 per bead, obviously. I like to use a set of modelling tweezers just to help me get things in and out. I don't know actually if I'm going to need them for this. You might be able to drop it in with your hands, but we'll see. I like to use a Victorinox for the scissors because they're fantastic and great for snipping away paracord cleanly. You don't get any snags, and therefore then start pulling the core of the paracord out. It makes a bit of a mess. You're going to need a lighter. This is just a clipper, one of those jet flame ones, pretty decent. And a UV light. Now this isn't for, you use this to cure the UV glue, but this will just aid in, once I lay the tritium out, being able to see what colour's which, so I make sure I put them in the right sequence, so blue, green, for example. So yeah, there we go. Okay, I've decanted my tritium vials onto my work mat. When they get shipped to you, they'll come in this test tube, for want of a better word, with a bit of foam in there just to stop them rattling around and becoming damaged or what have you. So nice little addition. The UV torch now, you'll see when you offer it some UV, they light up and it just enhances that colour, but they are already glowing, like I say. With it being light in here, it'd be hard for you to see. I've put green on the left, blue on the right, and I'm going to lay them out accordingly, blue, green, or green, blue, whatever, and bang them in. So what we'll do now, we'll take the bead, we'll grab one of these. I don't think I need the tweezers. You should just be able to slot it straight in, like so, straight into one of the recesses. So we'll go blue next. I'll do this live so you can see how quick it is. I've got sausage fingers, so it's a little bit of a challenge not dropping them. I won't lie, I did just film this and fire them all over the show. So made a bit of a mess, so we're doing it again, but there we go. Green. Come on, you slippery little sucker. And blue. Right, next thing we'll do, we'll put the cap on. Righty-tighty. Zip her up. And there we go. You can see the vials in there. They are glowing slightly in this light, but if I bang a bit of UV on there you go, look at that. What an easy and you know, nice way to personalise some of your EDC gear. Right, what I'm going to do now then is I'm going to go ahead and do the lanyards. Like I say, if you want to see that later on, give me a shout, and it might be a video I do. I'm not, you know, I'm not one of these guys that's amazing at it. I know a couple of knots, like I say, but this is going to look sick, as the young'uns say. Right, back in a minute. Right, and that is the lanyards completed and installed. I've gone with a 1.85 micro cord over the top of the issued paracord. Quite nice. There you can see the vials glowing with the assistance of the UV, but remember, they don't need that. Once the light is less than bright, you'll start to see them glowing all on their own. So there is the one on the Fortis. And I've gone for a slightly different knot on this one. I think it's called the Cobra knot or something like that, or snake knot. And again, there you go, you can see the beads looking great. So yeah, I'll be upfront and honest, I don't think the paracord that came with the beads is up to much. It didn't like to be singed and burnt to get that kind of final finish. Not the best job ever. It didn't burn like some decent 550 that you can get. So probably wouldn't use that moving forward if I was to do it again. I definitely use my own paracord. So that is the VAB5 PEI EDC bead from Viperade. I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll leave a link to Twisted Assisted where you can get some tritium vials. It is available from elsewhere. You don't have to use Twisted Assisted, but that's my go-to. And yeah, that leaves me, as usual, just to say, please like, subscribe and share if you can. And if you've got any comments, I'd love to hear them. Back soon. Thank you.